Hello, everyone. Welcome to this impromptu tea time with Torla. Today, we're talking about the announced on the 18th of January acquisition of Activision Blizzard for Microsoft and the Xbox brand. And to be honest, this is a doozy because Call of Duty itself is probably the biggest brand here, but I would argue that there's a lot of other highly valuable brands. It was an eye-watering $70 billion. But I need to point out before I get started that I'm not a big fan of these acquisitions, but in this case, with Activision Blizzard and the sexual harassment lawsuit that's investigation that's underway from the state of California, and and then the fact that the CEO of Activision Blizzard, Bobby Kotick, has been firing people basically regularly to take massive bonuses for himself, also been a problem. I definitely feel like this is the only way to save Activision Blizzard. This is 100% Xbox right now, this day and age, at this time, is the right company to come in and clean up Activision Blizzard. I want to point out that there's been a development in this story with Phil Spencer. He said here, what is this? Let me open the tweet here, open link. Phil Spencer said on Twitter, "I had good calls this week with leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing agreements upon the acquisition of Activision Blizzard and our desires to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry and we value our relationship." I just wanted to get that out there. So I read that as we're gonna keep Call of Duty on it, because when this acquisition announcement came out, Microsoft's stock dropped a little bit, but Sony's also took a hit, and it was like $20 billion total worth of, like, if you all the stock together, it was huge money. We're talking dropped in a day. So this is Phil Spencer being a cool guy and coming out and saying that, yeah, any agreement that already exists, it's gonna happen, but we'll see what agreements they have going forward. Oh goodness. Let's talk about why I think that Microsoft is the only company that could come in and clean this up. First, right now, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, I believe is his official title now, or going to be his official title. Phil Spencer knows gamers. He is a gamer himself. He plays a lot of games, and he is not the kind of person to shy away. He knows what people want, and I think from a business person, he had literally saved the Xbox One from itself. Well, actually, itself and a bit of Sony trying to screw them over with timed exclusives and things a little bit later in the gen after Phil took over. But that is besides the point. Why do I think... Okay, the big reason I think that Microsoft is the stewards of bringing Activision back to its former glory is one thing and one thing only. Phil and his team, his leadership team at Xbox, are willing to listen to their developers and see what projects they want to make. And maybe, you know, budgets are a concern or whatnot, but I definitely feel like Bill is the kind of guy, and he has picked a team that will also be on that, where he knows a good gaming idea when he hears one. And he's like, that could be good. So they're adding a few more developers from Activision Blizzard. This isn't even including Blizzard, because I think Blizzard's IPs are probably, honestly, the more interesting ones. I want to see what happens with other IPs, but Call of Duty was the big one. If it didn't stay on PlayStation, there's probably existing agreements Sony had. Like I said, their stocks dropped a lot because Call of Duty is a big seller at retail. Big annual franchise. I have some thoughts on that also. So, the studios that Microsoft would be acquiring would be Treyarch, Raven, High Moon, Enox, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Demonware, sorry, Toys for Bob, Activision Shanghai, and Solid State. I've never heard of Solid State. Activision Shanghai is one of those ones that comes in and does assistance on getting a project out the door, I think. But Toys for Bob is the one I want to focus on right now, because they made a game really recently. I think it came out 2020. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. And game that was critically, I don't want to say critically loved, but it was definitely critically enjoyed, even if it is more than a little bit, but it follows the traditional sort of Crash Bandicoot formula of being just absolutely 100% awful. It's kind of just being mean to the player and having mean traps, but it had some fun and some ways to make it a little easier for people that just wanted to play through the game. So I applaud Toys for Bob on that, and for their fantastic revival of an IP and making a brand new game in a series after it just been rebooted. They got sent to the Call of Duty mines to go work on Call of Duty Warzone DLC for this season, season 3 specific, whatever, the one that Vanguard came out with. I don't know, I don't play Call of Duty Warzone. And honestly, it's a shame. It's a terrible thing to see. From my understanding, I don't know if it's Toys for Bob that wanted to make it, but there is a basis for a new Spyro the Dragon game. Someone has, there's like a game bible, things they wanted to do, concept art, the whole deal. But instead of doing anything like that, Call of Duty DLC. It drives me nuts. Raven and High Moon are also a couple that I'm sort of familiar with. Raven in particular used to be very close to id Software, and they did a lot of really cool first-person shooters back in the day, like Hexen, Heretic, and they also worked on Jedi Knight. Yeah, where the first one was. Dark Forces was the first one. After Dark Forces, they gave it to Raven. It was Jedi Knight Academy, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Raven. Raven did it. Raven did that thing. The last game they did before I think they got acquired by Activision was Quake 4, which is a pretty decent game. Better than Quake 2, in my opinion, but I like Cthulhu horror. I like Cthulhu horror Quake more than strong Quake. Treyarch's done all sorts of things. They're one of the older Activision studios. But they've done a lot of Call of Duty lately. Beanox, I'm not 100% familiar with. I think Beanox did the excellent Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remaster, and then got sent to the Call of Duty mines. Don't quote me on Beanox. It could be someone else. You can correct me if you know who it actually was, but everybody there is working on Call of Duty because Call of Duty is their cash cow, makes all the money. And then the Blizzard teams are doing their best. But from my understanding, they are shells of their former selves because a lot of the firing from the lawsuits, bad actors removal, and then other people leaving because of bad actors. And so there are good studios here. There are good people, good employees with fantastic ideas and great things. I'm gonna go into more detail on another video about things that I would like to see with Blizzard, mostly Blizzard IP, but some of the Activision IP too. But that's a quick overview. My thoughts are as follows. Microsoft is gonna save Activision. Gonna take it from being, I don't know what it is now. It's just a Call of Duty factory. It's awful. Especially when they own such great IP like Spyro, Crash. Like in Spyro, Crash, you've got all the Blizzard stuff. It's Blackthorn. And then Raven stuff, like Hexen, Heretic. I don't even know what Full Moon had. Like, they've got some of the Interplay IP, like King's Quest, Space Quest. I don't know if this Police Quest was also in there, but Gabriel Knight, Phantasmagoria. There was a ton. There's a huge list, and all they're making is Call of Duty. If you look at the image that they put up of the studios, it's like Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, because King's also included in this acquisition, StarCraft. Everything except for 2 is Blizzard IP, because those are the only other games they have. But I mean, this acquisition, when it goes through, makes the Xbox one of the premier places for FPS games. Also the PC, because PC's great. Like between Call of Duty, Halo, Doom, Overwatch, what else do we have? Like those are huge ones right there. The only ones you'd be missing to have the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever would be Battlefield, but okay, I'm gonna get out of here. That's the end of this video. I don't know if I'll put them up at the same time, but I'm gonna go record the second half of this video. But the night.